A viewer asked me how to lower blood pressure. And I said, because he's on medication. And I said, if you want to get off blood pressure meds, empty your blood of all the unnecessary contents, such as sugar and the breakdown of crappy food. Eat less, fast more, exercise vigorously, and drink a super diluted version of snake juice. Hear me out. Think of the makeup of blood. Think about what blood is made of. It has 4 main components: plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Now, eat food, and it has more things in it: sugar, fat, more protein, minerals, chemicals from whatever is on the ingredients list of the food from the food of choice. Your blood vessels naturally have to expand. When you eat, your blood vessels naturally will expand. You just added more things to the blood vessels after the breakdown of food, right? You've got all the enzymes that the liver produces as well, expanding the vessel. So your blood vessels naturally have to expand after eating. That's all well and good. But add to this a lifestyle where the blood vessels constantly are excessively expanded with needless calories, and add to it that they are not exercised regularly through exercise, and your blood vessels are not as elastic and stretchy. This is the beginning of arteriosclerosis, the hardening of the arteries. And it certainly adds to high blood pressure readings, because blood pressure is a mixture of how hard the heart has to beat to make blood move through vessels and how stiff the walls of the blood vessels are. Okay, think of this as a blood vessel, okay? Think of this as a blood vessel. Without food. Think of this now as that blood vessel expanded. Okay? You go from this to this. Okay, so this, using these two props, that's an extreme example. But I'm trying to make you see that when you add stuff into the blood, to the blood volume, meaning what the contents, the ingredients of the blood, the vessel that holds them, the blood vessel that keeps all the blood contained, has to expand. That's pressure. Pressure makes it expand. Okay? If I'm in a tube and I'm pressing out on the walls, it's expanding. In this apartment, if we added in enough crap and I hoarded to the max, and we just kept jamming more stuff through the front door, the walls would start to feel a pressure. Now, here's the part you're waiting for. Remove the food. Empty the apartment. Remove the food, and the blood vessels shrink back down. They're not as tight, because the vessels just have less things in them. They will just be skinnier, and it will take less pressure. Pressure will be relieved. It will take less pressure to move the blood by the beating of the heart. See, here's all of the ingredients moving through, moving through, moving through each beat. Thum, 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 right? Okay? So you're exercising now these foodless vessels through exercise, and they get softer and more stretchy. That's what blood vessels are made to do. They're made to be exercised. Okay? And as a result, they will get more supple. If you stretch, right? If you stretch, right? Get your stretches on, your muscles become more supple. Well, inside your muscles, you got veins, arteries, capillaries, you got all that stuff, right? All that gets nice and supple too. The vessels, the muscle itself doesn't just get more supple and stretchy without the veins and arteries doing the same. Okay? You are a unit. It all functions together. So you take these two things into account. Skinnier blood vessel, that blood vessel being exercised regularly, and the heart doesn't have to move heavier, thicker blood, and blood pressure comes down. Not to mention that exercise is therapeutic. It puts you in a more relaxed state of mind, which makes the heart relax. This, of course, happens after exercise is done. This causes low blood pressure as a result. You can also meditate. Go take 5 freaking minutes for yourself and go sit down someplace dark and just listen to the world around you. Don't think. Meditation will also lower your blood pressure. See, you got all the tools. You just have to start using them. Now make these changes regularly and you lose weight. Less body, fewer blood vessels equals lower blood pressure. And a body that is exercised regularly, that is losing fat, that is calm more often because the exercise has a calming after effect, and you have a good thing going. Now add in snake diet fasting. Your blood vessels get to repair themselves because fasting allows the body to repair itself. Also, you will go back to the blood just being made up of its base ingredients. Remember, its 4 main components: plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. This equals super low blood pressure of the healthy variety, because when you fast, you don't have all the other stuff in the blood because simply you're not putting it in. Now, here's the scenario. This is the teaching now applied to real life. Here is the scenario. You've been fasting for 5 days. You've lost 8 pounds, 4 of which is water, 4 of which is fat. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, you've been fasting for 5 days, you've lost 8 pounds, 4 of which is pure body fat, 4 of which is water. You break your fast, let's say with even plain water. 7 ounces of steak and 5 carrots cooked in nicely salted water. And you have a big fat juicy apple. Your blood pressure will be next to nothing after you eat all of this because you have eaten something very healthy. But it is not a huge meal of mystery ingredients, and outside of the steak, all the other food breaks down lightning fast so that it won't make the blood vessels swell up with pressure. The meal itself, just by the weight of the food, only puts 1.75 pounds into you, not on you, because how can it? Carrots and apples don't make you fat. Are you going to sit and eat 5 bags of carrots and 20 apples? No. You're going to eat those 5 carrots, that big fat juicy apple, that heavy steak, and your belly is gonna have some weight into it. You're going to drink some water. Your belly's going to get full. And that fullness is going to tell your brain, okay, I'm satisfied. I don't have to eat anymore. You're in the right mindset. You know that why you're eating this meal is to help your blood pressure lower, is to help you lose body fat. All these things, your engagement in the process, it all helps you to stop eating, go right back into another fast, right? Now, as we said, your blood pressure will be next to nothing because you have eaten something very healthy. But it's not a huge meal of mystery ingredients, and outside of the steak, all the other food breaks down lightning fast so that it won't make the blood vessels swell up with pressure. The meal itself puts on 1.75 pounds into you, not onto you, excuse me, because how can it? Carrots and apples don't make you fat, and neither does steak. You choose the right steak, say filet mignon, right? Or a cheap cut like a top round, and learn how to cook it. Top round has zero fat, nothing but protein, and all the electrolytes that are in snake juice, by the way. So see, you're getting tons of nutrition, a good dose of sugar from the apple, which also helps you go to sleep. Apples help you sleep. You're getting a good dose of sugar, fat, and protein. Blood pressure hasn't been tampered with in a negative way, and you go right back into another 3 to 5 day fast. Now, you do this type of fasting for a month, and you're down 20 pounds easy. Without exercise even. But damn it, you get your ass out there and you exercise. Because human beings are made to exercise. And after you've made these changes for a month, you go see your doctor in 31 days. The doctor sees the low blood pressure, like astronomically low compared to when you were in the last time. It says, huh? How'd you do that? You did it very simply, didn't you? Very simply. You stopped eating, you drank snake juice, you exercised, and when you ate, you had a meal that had all the three macro groups in it, plus all the micronutrients. It was a small type. I mean, how long would it take you to eat a steak, an apple, and 5 boiled carrots in salt water? How long would it take you to eat that? 20 minutes? 30 minutes? Right? I bet you after a 3 to 5 day fast, you'd have all that food down at 5 to 7. You'd be so hungry, right? So you're eating for no more than, say, 10 minutes. You go right back into another fast. My first month, I lost 47 pounds. Right? My first month. And I was doing 3 to 5 day fasts. Okay? I ate 7 times that month. 7 times in a month I ate. Yes, of course you're going to lose weight if you only eat 7 times a month. But let's say those 7 times a month, I ate 7 meals that were complete garbage. I could maintain a super fat body with 7 meals that were complete garbage and made up of all the wrong things. So don't bring me that. Okay? I don't want to hear that. Anyway, that's how you get your blood pressure to lower. That's how you get off blood pressure meds. Trust me, and I need people to comment if they have lowered their blood pressure through diet and exercise, especially if you've done it on the snake diet. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. And a special thanks to you, Mr. Cooper, because you made this video possible. Bye.